There literally are so many wonderful artists right here on YouTube. And I figured, you know what? This would be a great time to share with you my personal list of my top 5 wet on wet artists that I love to watch and observe, but I also love to learn their approach and their tips and tricks that are going to make me a better painter, and thus it can make you a better painter too. Now, for all these artists I'm going to mention, going to do you a favor, I'm going to put links down to their YouTube channels down in the video description. So make sure you give them a follow on their social media accounts and help them grow their YouTube channel, because I want them to be successful as well. So let's get into it. First of all, let's start strong with number 1, which is me. That's right. I'm gonna give myself a small little promotion and ego boost, because I do feel like I'm a great YouTube wet on wet artist and educator out there. Not only do I like to teach tips and tricks, but if you're brand new here and you've never held a paintbrush or used oil paint, you're fresh and you're green, I teach you how to build confidence, which is key when it comes to working within this art medium here. I'm a self-taught artist. I've made every single mistake, so I teach you how to avoid the mistakes so you start off on the right foot. And if that sounds good for you, you can go down below and smash that subscribe button. And if you're not sure what oil painting supplies that you should be getting or what to avoid, I have a downloadable PDF that you can also get down in the video description that helps support me. Oh, I also forgot to mention, not only on my channel do you get awesome advice, but you get great hair and stellar looks. Number 2 is Paul Ranson art. If you're an artist out there looking for great tutorials with precise detail and explanations, along with one of the best velvety, vivid voices I've ever heard on YouTube, next to Bob Ross, of course, look no further than Paul. I love this man's approach. I love his explanations, and I love his visuals. The man's got a real knack and talent for YouTube, but also art, which he loves sharing with you. And one of my favorite things that I've noticed from Paul is he started to weave a little bit more of him into his art with stories and his reference photos and places he's been to. He is an excellent artist, and I recommend you give him a look. Number 3 is painting with Yvette. If you're a left-handed artist, first of all, I'm sorry. Yvette is also left-handed and teaches you from that approach, which is awesome because a lot of people out there are left-handed and have a hard time flipping their brain over for all the right-handed artists here on YouTube. So if you're left-handed, this is one of the best people you can watch and observe. First of all, Yvette is just so sweet and fun and bubbly when you watch her. She's kind of like chicken noodle soup for the soul. Every time I watch one of her videos, I feel better when the video's all said and done. Not only because I learned a lot, just because she's such an awesome person. If you're looking for fun tutorials, but also tips and tricks, Yvette is one of the best places you should go. If you like to consume a lot of landscape and wet on wet content, then I'm gonna recommend number 4 to you, and that is Paint with Josh. Now, to be fair, I never heard of Paint with Josh on YouTube before, but I heard a ton about him on Instagram, which is how I discovered him. He has so many awesome Instagram reels that teach you how to paint mountains, skies, northern lights, water, waves. And thus, I found through that he also has a YouTube channel, which is fantastic. One of the things that I really love about Josh, if you like somebody with higher energy that is very confident in what they're doing and has a passion of teaching art, this is the man for you. I love how he has so much confidence, so much passion. He makes you feel like you also can do wet on wet painting. And he has so many different styles and so many different contents and so many different approaches that it makes it fun to watch every single one of his pieces of content. So if you have the opportunity, watch him on Instagram and watch him on YouTube, because trust me, you won't regret it. Before I get to number 5, I want to talk about 2 artists, so let's call this the honorable mention section. The first one I know you've heard about, which is Kevin Oil Painting, which used to be known as Paint with Kevin. He has fantastic tutorials that are both done in oil and acrylic, and I highly recommend that you check them out. Next, we have Maz Art Studio, and I just adore the tutorials from this fantastic artist here. While she doesn't do as many landscapes, if you're interested in expanding your knowledge from landscapes into animals, flowers, and something and everything in between, this is the artist for you. Number 5 is Nick Hankins. Now, Nick Hankins doesn't have his own YouTube channel anymore, but you can find Nick Hankins on Bob Ross's YouTube channel. And the cool thing about that is all of the videos and tutorials that are on this channel now coming out with Nick Hankins are all in high definition with awesome angles and very good descriptions. And I can be one of the people that can tell you firsthandly that Nick is a great artist. I've taken lessons from him, and he taught me in the very beginning. The man knows exactly what he's doing. And the best part about Nick, if you like his approach and his style, is the new unfinished season from The Joy of Painting is going to be coming out very soon with Nick as the teacher and instructor. I love this man's approach, and he breaks it down for a lot of brand new painters and intermediate and even advanced. He runs the whole gambit, which is why I like him so much, because I feel like I learn something new every single time I watch him. Now remember, this is my own personal list, so don't get mad at me, but if there's an artist that I missed or you think there's one that I should check out, you can do me a huge favor and go down below. I don't mind if you self-promote, just make sure you link to the right channel, because I do love helping out other artists. And if you want to help me out, of course, you can go down below, hit like, subscribe, leave me a comment like I said, and if you're just starting out with oil painting and you're not sure what to buy or what to avoid, you can download that starter oil packet that helps support me. Just want to share some of these awesome artists with you. Go follow their channels, follow them on their social medias, and help them be successful, because I want them to also grow. I'll check you out in the next video coming out real soon. Take care, and as always, peace.